Hi, welcome back to Joe Vlogs, and today I'm in the upper class section of a Virgin flight from London to the Caribbean. You can see that I've got my own pod here. I will give you a quick tour. If I turn around, you can see that this table pulls back, and I've got a nice little stool here. You can actually sit on that stool, so I've got quite a lot of personal space. I've got my TV screen here which pops out so I can watch that later. So this is quite luxurious, quite nice. I've been on Virgin upper class before, and I have to say that the seats are a bit more packed in than they used to be. You can see that there's a lot of them. If I turn around, you can see there's a central section with lots of people sitting in there. So they're definitely putting more passengers into this section, but it's still pretty luxurious. It's pretty spacious. I've got nice leather trim. I've got my own personal table here that I'll be having my food on a bit later, and I've also got a stool at this end that'll form part of the bed. When I put this seat down fully and put the bedding onto it, I'll be able to lie flat, and that basically is the bottom section of the bed. But you can see that I've got quite a lot of space. It's quite nice. There's not too much storage. There's some storage here, a bit, where I've got the goodie bag that you get on board, and they've given me a bottle of water as well. I mean, they give you plenty of drinks, so I'm not complaining about the service. In fact, they're just about to bring me another drink now, so that's great. But yeah, this is the personal space. Let's have a look at what's in here, what you actually get these days. Now, interestingly, this is now made of paper. It's recycled paper, it says on it. And so different to what it used to be. And you get the usual goodies. So let's have a look at what we've got. So, toothbrush, bamboo, obviously, environmentally friendly, eye mask, socks. Don't think I'll be using those. And then what else have we got in here? We've got some lotions and potions. I've got earplugs. Won't be using them. And then I've got 4 tubes of something. I've got some Evercalm. Not sure what that's for. Toothpaste. Some kelp and magnesium energizing hand cream. And the last thing is lip balm. So that's what you get in the pack. Well, they're just about to serve me a drink and something to eat, so I'll have that and I'll reconvene in a moment. There's actually somebody famous on today. Colin Firth is sitting about 3 seats down there. I don't think you can see him, he's got his head down at the moment. So that's quite exciting. So you do get a choice of food. You get a choice of 2 different starters today. Truffle mac and cheese arancini or smoked salmon, and for the main courses it's either pan roasted haddock, grapefruit and miso chicken, or minted pea tortellini. So I've decided to go for the truffle mac and cheese arancini, and this is what it looks like. So this is my starter. So you can see that it's served on this table. You get a nice tablecloth. These things are quite fun, the salt and pepper pots, which are mini aeroplanes, and it actually says on the bottom pinched from Virgin Atlantic. So they're expecting me to steal that. Well, this is actually, it is plastic, it's not metal. It looks like it's gold, but it's not. But yeah, here's the food. It looks pretty good, so I'm just about to eat that. I've got a sourdough roll with some butter and a nice glass of water, so the food looks pretty good so far. So here we go, I've now eaten that. That was really quite tasty. It was restaurant standard food, I would say. Well, I need to eat my bread roll now. So the starter was really good. Let's see what the main course is like. Here is my main course, which is minted pea tortellini with shaved parmesan and butter sauce. Looks very nice. Just about to have that now. So let's see what it's like. The tortellini was delicious, and now this is my dessert, which is chocolate fudge cake with vanilla cream and some crumble. This also looks really quite tasty. One of the coolest features about Virgin Upper Class is that it has its own bar that you can come and sit up at. So we've actually got bar stools here. There's a few of them behind me. You can see there's nobody here, just me at the bar. And it has a well-stocked bar. It's got some shorts over the way there. And we've got, what, 3 seats here and another one on this side. So you can see the cabin behind me here with all different seats in there. And you can stand, sit at the bar, stretch your legs, just basically relax, do something a bit different, walk around, feel like you're not just trapped in your seat. So quite a nice feature, quite fun to just come hang out at the bar, have a drink. I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to go back to my seat. Now, as you might imagine, this seat is quite adaptable. So if I recline it all the way back, it actually takes me into quite a relaxed position. You can see that I'm lying down. But in terms of making this into a flat bed, it doesn't go this way, it actually comes the opposite way. So I'll now stand up and film it coming down, and you can see how this seat converts into a completely flat bed. Okay, so if I press this button, you will see that the seat will actually start coming forward and will then come all the way over the top to make a flat bed. So not sure whether you can see it rising up, but it's doing it at the moment, and it will start tipping forward shortly. Here we go. This is where it's coming over. Okay, it's coming down, and you can see that it will make a completely flat bed with the stool here, and the bedding is at the back, so you can make it up into a lovely flat bed. And this is what the flatbed looks like when it is completely laid flat. So you can see I'm now lying down. So it's time for a bit of shut eye. So I will catch you in the morning. So here I am at the end of the flight. It's actually a 9-hour, 11-minute flight. And they wake you up with some afternoon tea. So I've got some finger sandwiches, which look very nice. And more importantly, scone and battenberg and a macaron, which is very tasty. Sort of my overall assessment, well, I did actually manage to get some sleep. The flatbed is really good. It's a little bit tight in terms of the width, but really effective, much better than just actually sitting in your seat, usually in economy, those sort of things. So this has been a really good flight, really nicely run. I spoke to some of the staff about the cabin, and they were saying that this is actually one of the old style cabins, and actually the new ones are being completely refurbished and they're having pods, so they're building much bigger areas, so you get about twice the space than you would get here. So if I come on future Virgin flights, then I'll have to do a new video for that. So I said at the beginning that this was a bit smaller, but it's because it's the old style, but we've actually got new ones coming through. But my overall assessment of this upper class Virgin flight is it's been absolutely excellent. The food has been superb. The service, really, really good. It's been really smooth. No announcements, so you don't have the captain coming on waking everybody up. They put all the lighting there. You can see that the windows have been all blacked out around. They're all blacked out here. We've got sort of purple lighting at the moment. It was dark whilst we were sleeping. Then there was sort of orange lighting, now purple. I presume it's going to get lighter earlier. But yeah, if you can ever get a chance to take this sort of flight, I would definitely do it. As I said at the start of the video, or in a previous video when I was talking about the lounge, you can actually use air miles. So if you get a credit card that builds up air miles, then you'll be able to use all your spending to contribute to these sort of flights. But definitely recommend this upper class Virgin flight.